Well, people, I'm from Holland, as I told you, working for the Dutch Army, the Royal Netherlands Army, together with Peter, my colleague. He knows City Engine a little bit. At the moment, we are not working with City Engine a lot, so we are testing City Engine a little bit and seeking for the potential of City Engine to create large virtual environments. That's what we are looking for. We have not been able to connect City Engine or GIS a lot with virtual environments, but that's the connection we want to have. Maybe in the next or in the future we can do it quite easy, and then City Engine will be one of the tools we want to use in creating virtual environments. Okay, this is what it's about. Our mission. I'm working for the Simulation Center Land Warfare. It's located in the center of the Netherlands, Amersfoort. It's at the barracks where we have a lot of students teaching how to fight. Okay. If we are talking about simulation, here you can see the benefits, but speaking for itself. Actually, this is also a simulation, of course, wooden rifle. Cheap solution. But if you want to teach young people how to enter a house, we have a basic house, and this is the stuff they are using. Later on, I will show you in a more advanced way how we do that. Okay, this is my agenda for today, presentation. Due to the time, I'm skipping this one and go straight back to the current situation on simulation. I don't know how many of you are being in the military, in the army. Okay. Have you used simulation in the army? Small arms simulator, for example? Tanks, yes, okay. Well,
we learned CEUM in the beginning, the very first people, the compulsory people, what's called soldiers, needs to go into the simulator to learn how to CEUM before they get the real one.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Small arms simulator,
Exactly.
I guess. Well, that's quite easy. You have one target and you are going to aim, and that's it. But more advanced virtual environments is coming up with serious games. You've heard about that, I guess. Serious games, they are used a lot these days. Also in our army, we have 2 serious games that I will show you. This is an overview of what we have in simulation land. Here you can see, for example, a quite advanced simulator, tactical indoor simulator. This consists of a lot of mockups. This is a Level 2 mockup. Actually, here we have the small arms at the right and left upper simulator. Here the serious games, Virtual Battle Space, for example. And here we have the Mobile Combat Training Center. That is live. It's a SAP system from Sweden. It's more with laser and that kind of stuff. So that's good. Okay, I will take you shortly to these different kind of simulators. This is the small arms simulator with a small virtual environment. It's created by hand, and it's quite simple. It's not fancy. It's just doing its work. Some postal people are putting up, and then you have to shoot. That's how it's used. This is quite new. This is a gunner's handle for in our CV90. This is the CV90. Yes, Denmark has it also in Sweden. If they are going, as the gunners are going abroad, or where they have to remain skills on, they have to keep the skills on how to use this handle, the buttons, and so on. We can hook up this to our Series G, PBS, or Steel Beast, and they can do the job far abroad. Driving simulator, well, okay, simple. And here we have an example for the two series games we have, Virtual Battlespace and Steel Beast. Steel Beast is more for the people in the vehicles, and PBS is more for the dismounted people. And this is new. This is how we are going to train our special forces. Normally we do it the hard way, outside, with this exercise houses, environments. We have a whole village. I will show you that. But now we want to create, in a fast way, a virtual environment or something like that for a place where we have not been able to gather some information from. And we want to make that in a few hours into bringing into the virtual world, and then the soldiers are capable to use it and to do the exercise before. This is Tactis, I told you about. A lot of mock-ups, simulators, hardware. You can drive also some trucks. We need it, hook it up on at the system. It's a large scale for a whole company. You can train and do your exercises. And okay, this is the command and staff training. This is only for staff level, higher level. So there are not really soldiers involved, but more the officers and their staff doing their high level training. And the last one, that's the Mobile Combat Training Center. Then we go out to the field, into the field, and use laser guns. And, everything, every shooting, every damage is recorded, and you can do it in an after-action review to show what had happened and how to learn to avoid or do it better the next time. Okay. This is what we have about the simulators. All these simulators need some components, like 3D models and train databases. First, I have a picture from or a slide from the 3D models. You have to see, well, think about this. This is modeled by hand. In our staff we have some students working, and they do this kind of modeling for the most part. They are studying serious gaming or kind of. Okay, train databases. That's the subject I want to talk more about. A few years ago, 8 years ago, we started with a project called Marnehuizen. It's an exercise area in the northern part of Netherlands, containing a lot of houses where we can do our exercises in real. But with the coming of VBS, Virtual Battle Space, there was an opportunity to create a virtual environment and to put it into this serious game. So it started in that way to use geo-specific environments into the simulators. That was actually the starting point for us. This is done by hand, and it took 2 years to create this virtual environment. Okay, it's not only the visuals that's important, but in simulators you need also bounding boxes, pathways, etc. A lot of extra stuff, otherwise it won't work. But this is done by the company who sells and who creates VBS, Virtual Battle Space. That's Bohemia, Prague. And when we asked them to do this, they said, okay, we can do it. The CEO was convinced we can do this for 100,000 euros. Okay, that was cheaper. At the end, they paid for themselves 4 times the amount of money. So it was a disaster for them. In the contract was also, we asked for a sword. You must go under the ground. In real, you can go enter this village under the ground. So that was what we want to have, and that was not able in the engine. There was no feature about that. So they have to create that in the engine. A lot of engineering has been done by Bohemia, but they did it well. And at the end, we had a good virtual environment for using by our soldiers. This was the first draft of Marnehuizen. You know, the Netherlands is more or less under sea level. So, okay, this was not, it's a polder. We call it a polder that's land below sea level. So this Marnehuizen is laying in a polder. That was a surprise for everybody. But at the end, we can exercise flooding. That's the benefit of it. Okay. Here you can see what's more needed. Infrared, you must use infrared, so there's a lot of different layers beneath this model. And here we have something different. This is made, this is a bridge in Rotterdam. There's a lot of geo information available. And this is done by Esri. This is the village, Marnehuizen. We have a lot of nice geodata, 10 centimeter stereo photo. So it's a perfect height model. And then we create our own map for this. Give all the houses a number, and so it was a good setup. Here you can see the height data we had. It's also very nice. In this way, here you can see this is a bridge, a small bridge. You have to take it away and replace it for a 3D model. This is then the map in VBS. Later on, if someone is interested, I can show you a film about this village. Now something different. Marnehuizen, Netherlands. Okay, we got all the data available, no problem. But now we are going to Kunduz or Mali or whatever, there's no data at all. There are some old Russian maps. That's it. Luckily, in Kunduz we found this by the Germans. And when we asked, they said, yeah, we have incorporated a company who had flown over there, over the city, and took some stereo photos. Okay, so they had created this, like this, in this way, and we had a map or a raster with a density of 19 centimeters. So that's pretty good high model. Here you can see the different resolutions, satellite or aerial. What we need is two kind of height models, the DTM and the DSM, digital terrain model and digital search model. The delta between these two tells us the height of the houses or trees or whatever. So it's important information for us. If you are lucky you have also infrared channels available, then you can see, okay, there are trees on this building, these are buildings and these are trees. But now, we want to find out what is what. And not to do this by hand, of course. Here we have the height model. We have some calculations on this. In red, you can see the walls and your footprints of the houses. We've set up, or we created 200 different kind of houses, typical houses of this area in Kunduz. This is one example. And we scattered those houses on the footprints on the different areas of the city. More or less procedure. This is how it looks like. The only thing what's done manually are these landmarks, especially important for orientation. This is done by students or someone who can do creating 3D objects in 3D Max, for example, Maya. But the next step will be, okay, we have created those houses. We need also the information from the inside. If we are talking about Kunduz, there's not a BIM model available. But we have to seek for a way how we can use or how we can create an inside of the house with very little information in a few minutes. If we can do that, special forces can use it in their suit simulator and doing their exercise before a few hours before they are going. That's what we are doing in the Netherlands in our simulation center with turtle environments. And okay, we are seeking for tools or pipelines to get geo-information, sensor information into sense of turtle environments. And that chain is, it's difficult, but I guess maybe Seeking Engine is one of the tools that can be used for a large scale turtle environments. So that's my presentation. Are there any questions?
Have you talked to the guys in Paulus?
Yeah.
They're actually doing these kind of pipelines. I think they are selling them an email going to connect. These are
They are not able to do this quickly.
I have contacts.
Okay.
Can I ask? Very interesting, especially the last part about the insides of the house might be relevant also for us. And you say you try to do that with very little information and also even very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say a little bit more? I mean, obviously you have airplane photographs and some laser scanning things that we can guess probably know about. But how do you manage to get the inside of the house even approximately correct?
Well, it's a 3D one. Mostly we have some photos, that's it. Maybe some height data, that's better. Then you can have more or less the outside. And then you can imagine how the inside will be if you know the architecture of that country. But it's not 100%.
So like if it's a big window, it's probably a living room, and if it's a small window, it's like your toilet or stuff like that.
Could be, but there's nothing better.
No,
So
it's difficult.
that's the difficult part, and there's always a part that's unknown. And so we train soldiers to go into that unknown area. But we want to give them as much information as we have.
You don't want to give them wrong information, I guess. And that could be wrong, misleading than actually helping.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's better to leave out that information. Yeah. But well, we have a project going on, a national technology project right at this moment for creating this kind of houses. The inside it's more like a Google SketchUp, but it's special for soldiers without any education, so low level. They must be able in a few minutes to create digital houses, and then we want to use that model into virtual environment, especially for CEUM, simulated with the computer and the gun, the blue gun. And you can train your small group doing the first instep into the houses. That's the way we want to do that. And we want to have this kind of tool pipeline in the field of operation, not here at our barracks, but they have to use it in theater. And mostly they have 1 or 2 hours to prepare themselves to do this action. So in that short time they have to decide and to think about how to do this action. What's the best approach? Who will enter from this side and who will enter from that side? No crossfire, etc. Avoid the blue and blue. Yeah. Okay. Any more?